Riverboat Captain David Longwell had lived in a brick house behind this house during the Civil War. When Monongahela was laid out, there was no railroad, and many houses had been built to face the street where the Pennsylvania Railroad tracks are today. After the war, when the railroad was being built through Monongahela City, the tracks were laid uncomfortably close to the house. So in 1872, Captain Longwell retained local architect and builder John Blythe and his company Valley Mills to build a new house closer to West Main Street. Captain David Longwell was born in County Tyrone, Ireland, on July 8, 1826, and was the son of John and Sarah Longwell. He came to this country with his parents in 1837 and settled near Mingo. He married in 1861, and he and his wife Rachel had one son. In his younger days, Captain Longwell was one of the best-known rivermen that plied the local rivers. He entered into the service as a pantry boy on the Monongahela, and by 1841 had worked his way up to engineer. He was part owner and engineer of the old steamer Hawk. Later, he became chief engineer of the steamer Joseph B. Williams, one of the most modern and up-to-date towing steamers that was ever built. The completion of the Pennsylvania Railroad made such a change in travel that a great many of the boats were taken to the Ohio and lower rivers, where they assisted in carrying the increasing flood of immigrants flowing west and south. Many steamboats were 300 feet long and could carry 300 to 400 passengers, making them the quickest and cheapest mode of transportation for thousands of migrants. In 1872, the wrought iron fence like the one in front of the Longwell House and others along West Main Street were not only ornamental, but functional. They enclosed landscaped flower gardens, which needed the enclosure because some people in town still kept pigs and turned them loose in the streets to forage for garbage. Without fences, the gardens would have been easily trampled. Several details of the Italianate-style Longwell house distinguish it from the other John Blythe houses that look similar. All the John Blythe houses differ subtly from the published patterns in a few key details. The gable end of the attic facing the street, for instance, has a circular window or oculus, similar to a portal on a boat. It is the only house by Blythe still existing with this detail. This may have been Blythe's way of symbolizing that Longwell had been a riverboat pilot. It has a center hall with a room on each side. One of the rooms on each floor projects forward, giving the house an L-shaped form. This floor plan created a place for a 3-bay wide porch. To accentuate the form, sometimes a 1-story bay window was added to the front of the projecting rooms. The Longwell house had a front porch with wood details, but it was removed many years ago, and a concrete pad was installed where the wood floor had been. All the 2nd-story windows are 2-sash, except for the center bay. This window is actually a door that formerly accessed the upper level of the porch. The sill was raised 2 feet to make it even with the sills when the porch was removed. The door side lights and segmentally arched transom are etched glass with a swag pattern. The doorknob is brass with an elaborate embossed pattern. The Longwell house has steeper stairs with a winding quarter spiral at the top. Tragically, Captain Longwell's obituary states that he suffered a heart attack and died as a result of a fall down the basement stairs.